Not long ago, it's been a couple years ago, I was at a women's conference and I was the speaker, and it was between sessions and women were surrounding, and yes, I was talking and signing books, and this lady rushes up. She's out of breath. She's been running, and she reaches over everyone and says, "Can you sign this book for my friend? She doesn't think she can come today." And instantly the Lord said, "This is very important. She's been running. This is very important." And as I opened the book and started to sign, I was completely stopped by the Holy Spirit. And my prayer was nothing more than, "Lord, what do you want?" And what I started to write was the most horrible poem in the world. It was the most gag-atrocious Hallmark greeting card poem. It was terrible.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
It was worse. It was worse. I wrote something like, "This is a woman I've never met. I love you more than all the stars in the sky. I love you more than all the sand in the sea. All this love together is the love we share, you and me." It was terrible. God bless, love Kim, wrote some verses. And I'm thinking in my mind, are you serious? This is awful. I hand it to the woman. She grabs it. I hold on like, I can still rip that page out. And then I let it go. And my first thought, confession, was, "Oh no, Lord, I just made such a fool out of both of us." And the Lord just smiled and said, "Honey, I'm God. You can't make a fool out of me. Oh, own this, Kim. You were just worried about being embarrassed." And so just confess my heart, "Lord, I'm sorry." And so at the end of the conference, there's just this sweet crush of people coming up and praying and talking and signing. And there's this very long line. And I look at the end of the line, and there's a woman at the end of the line, and she's wrecked, just wrecked. Her face is swollen. It's soaking wet. Her shirt's soaking wet. She's just vibrating. I can see her. And I look at her and I point at her. I see you, don't go. And it took me almost an hour to get through the crowd. And I'm coming. Don't you leave. And finally she comes up. She was the last one in line, and she's just full body trembles. And she was holding her hands next to her chest under her chin. And that's when I saw she was holding a book. And then she opens the book. It's the horrible poem book. Great, you made her cry. And she points at it. And she can't even speak. And this fresh flood of tears just flows down her face. And she just said, "How did you know? How did you know? This is what my mother prayed over me every night when I was a child. How did you know this? My mother just died, and I'm so lost without her. And I've been begging Jesus, if you're real, Jesus, if you're real, will you show me in a way that I know that you see my pain and that you love me and you see my breaking heart, and will you come and heal my heart?" And now he has. Yeah. And now I know. There is no education, there's no certification, there's no program on the planet that can do that.
Right.
When we follow the Holy Spirit, and not all those things are good things, they're tools in the tool belt, but there is no wisdom of men that can usurp the power and the leadership of the Holy Spirit. He wants us to follow him where he wants to go. John 4:23 and 24 says, God is spirit, and he's looking for anybody who will worship him in spirit and in truth. Follow him where he wants to go.